Hello and welcome to another Triad Gaming stream. Triad Gamer stream, excuse me. I just actually corrected him for that. Uh, we are going to be playing some Legends of Runeterra today. Now, I will mention, of course, that if you play Legends of Runeterra and I am doing it badly, feel free to chat at me and let me know, because I am still learning for sure. This is definitely not it. This is not a video, for those that are watching it later, a video or now a stream to watch if you're looking for the best decks. I'm trying to find them and generally use a lot of internet resources before I stream to see what decks I might go with. And we have a few new ones to try out today and kind of see if we can climb up the ranked queue, because I think that I could probably get above. Where am I right now? I think I'm in bronze right now. I think we can make it to at least silver, because that's what I've done in League. So yeah, I'm in bronze right now, so we should fix that. But before all of that goes, feel free to check out our Twitter at TriedGamers with a Y. Otherwise, feel free to check out our website. We're posting up articles every so often, including a new video that should be coming out in the next couple days about Jumpstart, because new sets. We like looking at the cards and having fun, and we want to kind of talk about some exciting cards that we enjoy. I think a lot of people are talking about it, especially with it coming out in Arena today. So we kind of want to talk about what we think is cool, and it's one of those things again where we're like, oh, Jumpstart, okay, cool, an ancillary set, who cares? I'm sure those stuff comes out. We'll look at it later when Commander gets affected. But like with M21, and kind of looked at it and said, oh, that's a lot stronger than we expected it to be, and so I think we're gonna really try and look into it a bit more on that. But more on that later. If you have questions, feel free to check in. I've been keeping up with the Magic news as much as I can. Weekend is usually where I catch up, so Thursdays are perfect in case you have news that I don't know yet. But otherwise, let's get to the gaming on that note. Well, first I do have a chest to claim, so you get to see all the fun goodies that I'm getting, and to see all the extra copies of things probably, because I'm starting to get to the point where I have a good number. I've actually noticed with some of the decks that I downloaded, I actually had most of the cards. Champions are really where I'm struggling, and that's kind of where the reward tracks for the regions really come in handy. And I'm really hoping to kind of push on that a bit. Right now I'm trying to finish up Noxus. It seems like Noxus is very strong, has been very strong through a couple cycles, last season, this season. So I wanted to make sure I could try to get some of those champions and kind of fill that up. I'm usually getting to the point where 8 levels into a chest where I get a champion wildcard, so that's been helping kind of make sure I can still make my decks that I want to. So of course a wonderful plug for those that do not play or have not played much. It is fairly regular that you can get things. I mean, I can make a new deck pretty regularly just by playing consistently every week. And getting that weekly vault, especially to that 8 mark, because that 8 mark is where you get the champion wildcards instead of just a random champion. So you can kind of fit to more of what the strengths of the meta currently is, rather than just here's a random champion. So it gives you a bit more. And it's really not that hard to get that far. I mean, most quests are 1,000 or 1,500. You get 400 for winning against a person every day. The first one, then 200, then 100. So you're really getting easily, not even counting the win amount, 2,100 XP a day, and I mean that's going to get you easily to level 8 if you do that every day, just very easily. I think I haven't gotten much farther than 10 usually, just because I'm not playing it regularly, but maybe streaming it more if you do like it streamed, and maybe I'll be playing it some more and kind of get a bit further into that. But enough on that. Now, from last streaming, I promised, and I kept my promise, I still have the expedition. So we can still finish this off. So in case you want to see the beginning of this, where somehow we got these 4 wins and then a loss, feel free to check it out. It would be in the last Runeterra stream, which you can find on the channel under the video on demand area. And I don't honestly remember what, because I think it was about a week ago, what deck this is. So we're going to jump in and we're going to see if maybe it's just as a deck that's going to go out very quickly here with 1 loss. But feel free to shout out in the chat room, mention, say hi. I know a lot of people are doing Magic today, so if you are not as into Magic and you're much more into Runeterra, I'm hopefully I can be a refuge for you today to kind of avoid the Magic news. But this is not terrible. We don't attack on 1, which makes us very awkward. But usually in Expedition, it's very hard to make sure you have a 1-drop unless you're playing kind of like sacrifice decks, from what I've seen. So I think, or kind of a Demacia, where you get that 2/2 for 1, the Cloudfield Gale. So I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm guessing we're gonna be a bit slow on this one, so we have to hope. Yeah. Well, the nice part is they didn't have a 1-drop either. Like I said, it's usually pretty hard to have it. So this kind of allows us to not only bank some more spell mana still, but also get in for 2 damage, likely. I doubt that they have... I doubt that they have something they'll want to put down elusive, because then it'll just die or something. Yeah, so they have something that would be great. The thing about this card is we don't want to play it to challenge, because the problem with it is that one, we lose ours, we don't get in for 2 damage, and we can't play the second card that comes with it, so it kind of wastes it. So we're just going to go ahead and get in for 2 damage. If we're really worried about damage later, we can use Twin Disciplines just to block and trade, so it makes it a 5/1 and it can block it, because this one has Fearsome. For those who don't know Fearsome, it's basically, you know, kind of just you have to have a certain number of power to block it, which you can do at the time.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Yeah, because they're going to play this. So I think we're just going to have to pass, because we're going to want to try to trade with Elise. Because she can get Spiderlings out very easily. And if she gets to here, that gets very, very gross. And it can be easily done in Expedition, actually. If you can play an Elise deck, it's really nice. We're going to go ahead. We're going to throw that in front. They might have that whole drain to make a Spiderling. I mean, if they do, they would have done it anyway. But this way we can trade for a champion, and that's really strong since we will still have a champion then next turn. That can then challenge and kind of get some stuff off the field. No, but then we couldn't really play this. So I think we're still going to play Shen.
Mortals and spirits falls to me.
We don't have any way for him to support, which is why it's a little awkward to play him this early, but I think it's a little better than playing this, I think, at this point, because then we can get him out. Let's see if they're willing to trade, because I still have a Twin Disciplines, so later on I can do some combat tricks. So let's see if they're willing to... Yeah, they are willing to trade, which is nice, because we can get something off their field, because that's what we're lacking, is people on the ground here.
You'll live, probably.
I'll pass. Obviously playing this would do absolutely nothing at this point because we don't attack anymore. Okay, I think I'm probably going to get one.
I like your style. I like
Yeah,
your
I think
face.
I have to play this now because if this survives to something, that can get really out of control. So let's play this. It's going to give us another spell that we probably want to actually give to Shen at some point.
Mason, reporting for duty.
Yeah, see, they have interesting because they have the Crimson portion, but they also have the Elise kill things, which is kind of... These don't usually match up very well together because you want things to stay out, but this also wants... Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd mix. I get what they're going for. It definitely is doing a lot of damage, which is not good for us. Oh, sorry about that. I apparently adjusted it. There we go. Apparently I hit the bottom, so I apologize on that. Still getting it. I'm thinking it's probably best, honestly, to probably do this, just so it allows Shen to actually be able to block, which we kind of need at this point. We need him to be able to block some of this damage coming in. It's a little suspect that they only did these two, but I I think we're willing to trade like this, and that should be fine. We still come out ahead in terms of minions. We have some spell mana. Thinking we want to probably get this out just to have something out there. Ooh, but this is good. This is really good because we can get rid of... Yeah, I think we have to go with this. As much as like, oh yeah, this, and I'm like, this 5-drop's doing a lot more for us right now. Because we need to get that off the board. This is a win con for them. Yeah, see, they're starting to do it where they realize they're in trouble there. Because this, okay, that's only gonna give him +1. Yeah, that's okay. We're okay with this because what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this, and instead of actually taking that, which is what you think you do, this is actually kind of useless to hit now. We're gonna do this because this is gonna give this barrier, and we can always buff up Shen if they want. So we actually got rid of that issue. We got rid of that issue. And we're actually doing all right then. And we're gonna bank up the spell mana because at this point we do kind of have a spell focused deck.
Give me a sweet bun.
We're gonna buff up one of these Shadow Assassins to be really scary. I think. So yeah, they're playing a very spider focused deck, which is probably not good for us. I think we're going to want to just get people out and really buff this one up. So later we can deal with that. But we're going to lose some minions here, or followers, excuse me. Just unfortunate, but I think we have to at this point. Now the nice part is these are going to go down. Let's see, when I'm summoning, grant others. Yeah, this one's going to go down because this was just summoned. So we're going to get rid of one of these. We're going to... Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think we're going to put this in front of there. We're gonna lose everything, but except for that, because we're going to want to keep that to trade later. And this is going to make it where we don't take damage. Yeah, we lose Shen, but we don't, in this deck, we don't expect Shen to level up. I'm remembering the deck now, and I'm like, no, we really don't, we don't expect that to happen. Ooh, this, we have a chance of getting lethal down, which is funny. Because this is elusive, so we can have some fun here. Ooh, and we have some lifesteal, which is good. But we're gonna go all out here. We're really gonna hit him, because we're hitting him for 16 currently. And I think I'd rather trade here while I can, because otherwise they're gonna get more on this. But that's still really good. 12 damage on them is gonna do a lot. Now, they might have something to actually do about that, but I want to get rid of that because the thing is, this won't survive this. So we were okay with him attacking, doing 1 damage with Spiraling and not getting that. Where were you earlier?
Victory requires a sharp blade.
You'll find no glory.
Never can rely on Zed to be there in time. I think it's probably good to try out something that's going to heal me just in case. And try to start buffing this up. That makes sense.
Delicious.
So we're going to do something a little weird. It's going to seem very odd, but what we're going to do...
Hold up.
Yeah, I think they forgot about this because it's going to kill theirs. And it's not going to survive, so it doesn't trigger this. This is going to seem odd, but basically we want to get to the +2/+0 so we can actually kill Vladimir. Is the idea. We're also going to put something there just in case that survives for some reason. It's likely not going to, but this right here getting rid of Vladimir, I think, is going to be the end. Unless they pump Vladimir, and then there's nothing. Yeah, see, they're gonna trade that there, which is fair. But Vladimir's still blocked, which is good. We still have a ton of elusives,
Remember me.
and I can put one more out just for good measure. And they are very likely dead next turn. There's very little fast that's gonna prevent this.
I will play my part.
Yep, see, they're doing the nice little emote because they realize, yes, but we just got very lucky there and had a lot of elusives out of nowhere, and that kind of aggro really helps in these ones. And apparently even made progress on this, because this is not what deck I'd expect where there's two spells cast, but we had that one that triggered itself basically, which counts. But like I said, see, you're going to get 100 match XP for a win automatically, 50 for a loss. I think ranked might be double. But then you also get your daily PvP win bonus, so even though it seems like a lot of experience that you need, I mean, you just start leveling up passively, just very easily, without much. Now, let's see, I should have, yep, I have a trade pick here. I think this isn't good because I usually try to play out a lot of mine, so this is great for ones that is going to be a late game strategy, which really, ours is very mid-range. That was nice this game, but I was very lucky on that respect that we happened to get at the right time. Oh, I love that cat. I love that cat. Oh, so adorable. I think we're still good because this again is very slow as well. Where if I look at Shen, yeah, he has to see allies gain barrier, which that's a very interesting timing. Where I think the elusive is just helping us better. So we're gonna skip it. It seems to be working. We've gotten 5 wins on this deck. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna complain about that. That's really good for an expedition. Usually I'm averaging about 3, so the fact that we got over the 3-win hump, very nice. Let's see. Okay, we're attacking on oh my god, why does it keep doing that? Did I change a setting? I didn't realize it. I don't know. I just need to be careful of my clicking, apparently. There we go. That's better. All fixed again. I'm just going to be very careful where I click. Okay. So, we're not going to have a lot of stats to give this, but I think that's the best to have. Cause we're probably going to play this on 2, not on 1. And we're going to see if they play something that we want to trade this with. Yeah, no. So we're going to wait to play this, get the elusive, get 2 damage on them.
Quietly.
Just bank up some spell mana for this in the future. Because this with Zed is a very good combo.
Down from the trees.
Why? Everybody has Noxus Crimson. Like, is that just that likely when it comes to Expedition now? I just didn't realize, I guess, that was the case. But
I'll try anyone once.
let's play this and just get a lot of things going on.
I love a taste of the action.
So I think, yeah, this is gonna be another one where it seems silly to do this, but
Times are tough.
we're gonna take 2 damage and get rid of one of them. Hopefully. I mean, they do have mana,
Is
but
that all?
if we don't get rid of these early, they can really wreak havoc on a game. And we're about to play Zed next turn, so we'd rather not have things in the way. Oh yeah, we have a second Zed. We're definitely playing Zed this turn.
You're covered.
You know what? Maybe we'll just have that barrier fall off. So if we attack, Crimson Disciple is going to kill Zed. There's nothing we can do about that. Because the barrier will mean it survives. So I think we're just going to pass, actually. And we're going to waste that barrier they played. Because it only lasts for the round. So that's the thing about granting barrier. Barrier is just 1 round long. It's not infinite. So if someone used that tool now, well, they don't have it later.
You'll live, probably.
This seems like a great thing to play Shadow Assassin into, because the Shadow Assassin can block those really nicely. Because we can use this if we want to. Bring it back, draw another card. Do some nice blinking effects, but we'll see what happens. But next one, what? We have 6 mana next turn? Okay, we can't quite get the elusive Tringon, so we'd want to play this round. And the next round go crazy elusive hit. Because that's the one thing about the Crimson and Demacia package here. If you notice, there's not a lot of elusives. Elusives are really an Ionia thing here, as you can see at the bottom. We're gonna pass, because I'm thinking this might come in handy. Well, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw you here.
This one's trouble.
Boss said so.
It's too late for you.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. We're just gonna let that 4 damage through. I think at this point, that's the best thing to do because we can't kill it. We don't have any direct damage to do anything about it. I'm gonna play this.
That's my resting face.
They picked the wrong row.
We're gonna get some damage in here probably. But we're gonna leave enough of mana up for a spell. I don't know what we're gonna do, but for a spell at this point. Because I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
By all means, get in my way.
Only the worthy survive.
And see, that's going to trigger that, which is why I really like this combo right here. Because you're going to constantly be spawning in at
Come
least
here,
one.
darling.
Yep, this is fine. Again, quick attack. Well, guess what? 2 can play at that game. It does seem like a Crimson Barrier, which looks a little better than the last deck we had. So, the last deck we played against, the stuff it looks a lot better. The only thing I'm not as sure about is how we're going to get rid of that, because that's a 6-1 right now. That's going to do a lot of damage to us, but they do have to buff it somehow, otherwise it's going to die next damage. They also haven't brought out either of their champions yet. Or obviously I have my Zed out. It's about to level up, so... I'm probably going to start putting these out just for the extra lifesteal. Just for survivability against this kind of more aggro-y deck. But yeah, I'm mono Ionia by the way, I don't know if anyone noticed that, but...
Looking for this?
I am a true master.
Confused why they didn't attack with us, because that's not doing any good sitting on the bench. We'll have to see.
Don't look twice.
I'll just play Zed right back out.
To the shadows.
The next round we have 8, it looks like, so we can do a bit more. We can at least play one of these, depending on what spell we draw. Hopefully we draw a spell is the idea. And right now we're kind of in a rough spot where if they have any combo magic at all. That's a card. That is definitely a card, and that is unfortunate. But we are going to get some life back, which is nice, because we're going to have to play both of these out now, basically.
Step lightly.
Because we're going to need that life, basically. Because they are most definitely playing that... I can't remember the name of it now. So it's the Noxian card that basically makes it where... You go, oh, that's gross.
I cannot strike.
The Noxian card where basically it deals 4 damage to your Nexus directly. Like they're likely playing that and they're trying to get me to that point. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to gain some life. And we're going to hope the next card is amazing. Probably won't be. That's definitely not helpful for what we need. And blocking here has to happen or we're going to die. So we're going to do that. Well, let's play this first. Give it to that. Draw a card. Play this. Give that. Draw. Ooh, that's a card. Love the art of that though. That is awesome.
Just like we practiced.
Yeah, I probably should have played till next one for the barrier, but we just need stuff on the ground. Now, I mean, the hope is that we can get something that's going to buff these up. Because we get something that buffs up. Oh no, because it needs to be elusive though. Now, I think we're in trouble this game. Yeah, Shen's not going to cover it, but we're going to play him. Because why not, but definitely gonna yeah, because if we don't attack here, we're basically dead. So we're gonna surrender this one. We don't have anything in our deck to get out of something like that once they hit late game. We're mid range. We didn't win mid range. So they played that. Reckoning was very clutch, very clutch. So we're just gonna move on to the next one because again we can take a loss. We have that option. We can switch stuff out of our deck. I think I need more just... Well, I have 28 units. I think we just didn't draw them is the problem. So we're going to go ahead and stick with what we got. Let's see if we can get that 6th win now. But as I've talked about in previous streams, so I do like the idea of this expedition mode, unlike, for instance, drafting in Arena or other kind of games where you go until you have a certain number of losses or wins. And so your losses can just pile up, and if you get 2 bad ones in a row, then you're just usually out. Whereas here, like I've had 3, you can see I've had 3 losses. And so, you know, but I'm still going because I keep still winning after it. So if you're a 50-50 player, you're going to make it to the end, instead of the other way where, hello, Cool Vincent. How are you doing tonight? This is not great. I think we're going to replace you based on times. Okay, well, it's a turn to play at least. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna give barrier to something. You know what? Probably giving barrier to Shen makes the most sense in terms of what we have to play. Fair enough. Ooh, a Zed. That is nice. I do not like this card, because this is very hard to get rid of. And they're on the attack, aren't they? We're going to play this out then, I think.
Take a stance and hold it.
And basically I'm just on a 10 turn clock. Well, 20 turns, I guess. They can't block with it. So, that was the one kind of caveat about this one, is that they basically have to have things to kill it. But they are mono Shadow Isles, so it's very likely they have ways to kill it. Now I'm curious, it does count itself? Interesting. So this whole card of giving it in hand, and when it plays, it counts as gaining it at that point. Interesting. I didn't realize that with the Shen. So you can kind of get going. But I mean, we're gonna go ahead and obviously attack with this because that's double barrier. I mean, it's just basically free mana. Or free damage. But yeah, obviously they have the Phantom Prankster, and we hope to get that challenge card soon. But for now, this works out nicely. But yeah, that's 2 cards to get barrier, which is nice. That does have burst. You can do it ahead of playing a minion, which is nice. I mean, if we can get Shen leveled up, that's awesome. And unfortunately, Shen gets himself into a lot of trouble just unless you're getting barrier on it. But what was the card they played? Pick a follower, do an ephemeral. Oh, ephemeral, which means it's gonna die and become a 3/3. That's annoying. Not gonna lie. I think we're gonna play this out, and I think we need, honestly, some lifesteal-esque shenanigans. Let's go with this, because this we can grant barrier, and then actually I don't know if we need to grant that barrier now that I think of it. Oh, see, yeah, we need to get rid of this for certain, and then
Stand firm.
we're gonna do this. I know I have some lifesteal stuff, so yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. That's a card that's rough. Now, yes, I know these are gonna come back next turn, but they're ephemeral anyway, so I'd rather block the damage. It's kind of one of those not good if you do, not good if you don't kind of things. But we are gonna go ahead, I think, and put you out and keep some spell mana for this stuff, because this is gonna really help us. We're gonna kind of
Strike for the balance.
question is, yeah, let's go ahead
I find them unworthy.
and do this, because if they try to trade here, yeah, they're not trading great, so I'm fine with this. Okay, because what this is gonna do is this is gonna really hit them hard, and I'm gonna basically be 10 ahead now. I think we're gonna end there. Let's bank that spell mana, because that's really powerful late game if you can keep your spell mana stocked up for things that may happen, you know. Let's go ahead and give barrier to that, and then play that.
They are under my
And we can level up Shen here, make him a little harder to kill. I don't think I've actually leveled up Shen in a deck before, so this is a first. Let's see. That is terrifying, but I have no direct way to deal with it, so we're just gonna pretend like it isn't happening, and we're just gonna pass, because we have this for 4, so we don't want to spend our mana too early. We'd rather use that, preferably. But they're playing out a lot. I don't know if they realize that doesn't actually kill those. I don't believe. How does that card work? Oop. Yeah, it's a last breath, so I don't... That just obliterates it. I don't think they've realized that, but I'm gonna pass because... I don't think they realize the kind of hurt themselves there a bit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Because we want that to die, so we're going to go ahead, give it... Oh wait, I forgot. Okay, so now we're going to actually put this over here, this over here. The reason is I forgot, I actually, fatigue gives someone +3/+0.
Balance favors you.
So that's going to kill Hecarim. Which is just what we want, because it doesn't actually do damage to me then. See, I come out ahead of that, and they lost a lot. My deck might be a counter to them, I'm realizing very quickly. Just, this is good. In fact, I think I'm just gonna attack here.
Your ancestors await.
As it had to be.
Wow. 6 wins! Like I said, you just, as long as you can win half your games, you kind of climb through that expedition very quickly. And I am definitely just under 50% win rates on things. Probably why ranked I don't do too well. Let's see, do I get another... No, I just get another trade. I get 4 trade picks now, actually. That's right, because... So for those that don't know, when you are playing expeditions, it actually, on the 7th attempt at a win, you only get 1 shot. You don't get that kind of, oh, I'm going to take a loss. It's just not going to happen. So you actually, so that's why it gives you so much to trade here, is that it realizes, I think this actually might be a better swap. Yeah. They realize that you basically want to hone your deck to be the best it can be at this point. I think I might... I do like the Shield Protector. Yeah, let's go there. As much as I like Stand United, I'm like, I don't think I can do it. Again, I think Jewel Protector. I have a lot of small drops that I don't seem to be drawing, so I'd rather get them in. This I still like, though. This is very powerful. You know, let's get Will of Ionia there. Let's be able to recall something that's kind of messing with us. So yeah, so here it's like very clear, you just get your 1 shot. So getting 7 wins is actually really hard in a lot of things, whereas getting 5 to 6 isn't as bad. So you're consistently kind of getting higher stuff, and the more wins you get, the better expedition prize you get. So you really try to do that. And Gauntlet's the same way, where you kind of get past 3 to 4 wins, you get the benefit still, but you get that very coveted, which I have from the first time I played, very coveted 7-win icon, you know, at the end of that, which I have not gotten for Singleton. I will be honest, I have not been able to crack the Singleton boat. There's too much chaos happening with it, and I just have not been lucky enough when I've played that Gauntlet to be able to make it. Now, starting tomorrow, because it's always Friday through Monday, is that right? 4 days? Yeah. It's always Friday through Monday, so it'll start tomorrow, and it's standard tomorrow, so aka regular cards, no restrictions. I think they're going back to try it out to see. There might have been some bugs Singleton. They're retrying some, you know, some releases on that might be doing. They might have did behind the scenes. This is really bad for us, because Green Glade is only good if we have other things to play. So, and we're yet again not on the attack on 1, and I'm starting to think that we're just having bad luck with that RNG, because wow, I mean, we've always had plays for 2 to then attack, but it's just weird. Now we are playing against an Ionia Shadow Isles, which could have some elusives finally. So we can't get away with the, oh, we're just going to attack with elusives and they can't kill me kind of thing. Now, what they're doing with the sapling is they're definitely... Oh, I see what they're doing. I'll explain in a second here. Let me hit them for 2. So this Shark Charity, if you haven't seen it, basically... See, that I don't understand as much, but so the Shark Chariot, basically what they're doing is this can't block, so obviously you can see, you know, not that it would have against an elusive, but basically they wanted this to die because they're playing a sapling deck with probably Maokai. They don't have Maokai, but basically they're playing stuff where with Ephemeral, which is very Hecarim style, and Hecarim's very good if you can get that going. But what they're doing is when the sapling is going to attack, that Shark's going to come back too. Holy moly, they got their beautiful starting hand, because that's a lot of Spectral. Yeah, I think we kind of have to. I think I'm actually just going to pass and I'm going to go Twin Disciplines because they're going to have a lot of damage coming through here and I'd rather keep my minion as much as possible. Yeah, see, so that Shark's going to come back every time an Ephemeral ally attacks, which is not good for us. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. We knew this was coming. It was very telegraphed, so we're going to give some extra life here. Make sure Green Glade can stay available for future turns. But we are going to take 7. So I don't see us winning this game, I'm going to be honest. This is they have an amazing start for an Ephemeral Hecarim deck. That's why I didn't even care what was on that Zed, you know. They've been basically honing the deck that I have, where I've been playing like barrier tricks. They've definitely been honing that kind of deck style. But I'm just going to go elusive, and hopefully I can burn them quicker than they can burn me.
I won't stand by.
We're going to hope for the best there. Because, I mean, I am keeping up. You see, I'm also got them down to 13, but I'm not terribly thinking I'm going to have the shot here, but I am thinking I'm going to throw... That doesn't give us any spells or things. I think we're going to do this because we want to get Zed that for the attack next turn, a 6/5 first strike. That's good. Holy crap! Yeah, they're gonna level up Hecarim already. That is bonkers.
You cannot escape.
I'm gonna block some of it because I don't want to lose all of my stuff, but I need to block some of it here.
Protect them.
But I mean, the nice part is they won't have any minions left here, which is pulling out Zed and going at it is going to be very good for us.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
And I'm going to have some ability to do some crafty things. Oh, wow. Because, yeah, barrier just prevents damage they would take. This isn't damage, this is direct kill spell. I know I need to kill that. So I think we're just going to hit okay with that. They used a lot of mana to do that, and so I can get out another unit and hit them for... Am I going to hit for 12? Wow. That's... Of course I'm 1 short, which is annoying, but I do have some mana bank to recall things. So if they play Hecarim, I'm probably just going to recall it immediately. That's a Zed. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Make it a 4/5.
You're under our protection.
Because that's going to be able to block Zed a lot more effectively. Okay, they do have some elusives now. I think we're going to pass, then. So we're going to trade these elusives here. Holy crap. So I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here and do this. And let's see, so that's 12 damage. Yeah, I have to block 1 more. So I'm going to block here. So that's going to do 9 damage. I'll have gained 4 already. That's going to be 2 left. Yep. and they know the reason why they're already flagging it is somehow I have come out on ahead, and they can't stop me from hitting them in the face. Oh, I thought when they only got down to 1, I thought I was in trouble. Because I knew that, like you saw, they could pull out those sharks like crazy, and I didn't have the minions to block it, but we got, as you saw, we made it all the way through the expedition, so we get 1600, and like I said, this is how you level up your vault very quickly, because that's 2 levels basically, as well as get very far in the tracks for the regions. So you see one more play, because a loss gets you 50 XP, I'm going to get an epic card from Noxus, which is good. But yeah, trial complete. The reason why it says complete is, let's see, get rewards for your best trial. Yeah, so I mean, I got 7 in the first one. I mean, so I've already gotten more than I usually do between 2, just on average. So this is just a free one. I know Vi is pretty good because this is generally a slower format. So you're going to be playing. You saw I played a lot of cards through the whole thing. You don't generally have very even strats. You're going to trade a lot. So this really helps for just having Vi in your hand and playing a bunch of cards. Although the only problem is it's going to take a while to play those cards. Misfortune's nice because you can get some scout stuff going. This is actually specifically scout. And Misfortune really helps with that. This also has a lot of direct damage, which is going to be helpful. And this is just trying to hurt them, basically. But this is very mid. I'm going to go a scout one. I haven't played that a lot. Which is probably going to be Darius again. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do some Bilgewater and Noxus. That sounds great. So generally we're going to be looking for things that have attack effects or plunder. Because Misfortune's ability will hit the Nexus whenever we attack, even if she's not attacking, you know, so it's just one allies. So any plunder effects that would give us benefit when that happens is great. Anything where it also does the same effect is great. I don't think we're going to toss effect, so we're going to ignore this because this isn't built for late game sea monsters. And this is just disruption, which really we don't have a lot of spell casting, so we're going to go with this one. These 1 mana value. That's a cool spell, but I don't think we're going to play a lot in this, whereas this probably is more likely. Just getting a big fearsome on there, and then also having something, especially in case we get some Crimson later, this is going to be really good. Whereas I don't think we're going to be playing. Yeah, we're going to go this route. Let's see. Again, Disruption, it's not really our thing. This is probably actually, because we get the Crimson plus the extra spell to kind of do some crazy stuff. This is nice, but this isn't really gonna. This is gonna be more for trading, and we mostly want to just aggro and kill them outright. So we're gonna go ahead and take this side here. Well, we really don't have elites. Much elite. So this isn't really as payoffy as it could be. So we don't have really any Demacia right now. So the allegiance would be terrible. So I think we're gonna go this route. This is going to give us some good trade-off effects. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep going this Battle Scars. I'm liking this Battle Scars direction, even though we don't have Freljord. This is nice. This is an amazing card in really most formats I've noticed. I've gotten caught by this so much. It gets 1 mana, and you can kill a unit as long as it's damage. That's usually what you see it for. You don't see Sunlight, you see damage. So you just, threw a spider, 1/1 spider in front of a huge unit, it's damaged. You can deal 4 damage to it on there and really kind of change how it works now. The only thing is it comes with Legion General, which is, we don't have a lot to stun or recall things. So this is probably not the case. This one's fun even if you're not going for deep, because you can, Obliterating gets rid of Last Breath. It does not trigger Last Breath effects. So you can get rid of a card that you don't want to die, like, for instance, even a Tryndamere is a good example. As you guys see, there's now a cattail, because Ajani has decided to join us. So we're going to get an Ajani on screen for a little bit, because this isn't timed. So this is one of our kitties, Ajani. He is the cuddly one, as you can see, as he's just kind of laying here. You're on camera now. Did you notice that? He's probably going to try to start attacking my mic. Oh, hi there. Probably going to start attacking my mic. Just, yeah, no, he didn't want to be on camera, it looks like. He realized it, I think, after the fact. So he's being a little shy right now. But, got to sneak a peek. See, Jettison, Jettison's not, this is the problem. Like, one card is good, but the other one is really not our thing. So I think it's better just to go with the Crimson Disciple over here, even if we don't end up playing this. You know, we tried it out later. This Crimson Disciple combo with the Imperial Demolitionist is really good, as you saw in actually one of those games we had earlier. So we're going to go that route. Let's see. Transfusion and Crimson. Wow, we are getting a lot of the Crimson, and it feels like we kind of have to go that direction. With what we're getting, because a lot of this other stuff isn't great. I mean, this is nice with Misfortune, but with the cards we've drafted, I think we're kind of ending up more Noxus, even with the Misfortune. Ooh, that's also very good for it, too. Ooh. Obviously, nabbing their cards is nice, and we don't play as many cards in this mode. You can kind of really get them, but if they're deep, they want that, so well, it's not great. This is nice, but I don't see us playing those very often to get rid of things. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna do the Death. I think the Deathless is gonna be good. Of course, we have another one now. I think the Deathless is very good against Spider decks, which is why I like it, because it just kills all of them at once, and even if you hit your own, it's so much nicer. Especially for 2 mana though, and you can play it in response to combat. Same kind of thing that Make It Rain does, except it just hits everybody. Speaking of that, I do like this. This is some good removal. I also do like Crimson Awakener though, because yes, they deal 1 to all their allies, but when you want that to happen, we actually have a lot of tough allies, don't we? Let's see. Maybe not. I'm looking at more and I'm like, maybe not. I think we're gonna take the spells, the nice little combat-y tricks. Go that route. Ooh, yeah, we're getting a lot of Crimson. This is nice. That is a really good plunder effect, but that's expensive. So by the time you get there, I mean, it probably doesn't matter. You have enough mana. Let's do this. I don't know if I want the second Death Lotus, but here we are. Oh my gosh, come on. Stop it with the Death Lotuses. I don't need that many. Here's some Scout, which at 5 is not great because it's a little later, but we could do something about that. I think, yeah, we're gonna take this. We have a weird curve because we have nothing in the 4 slot at all. For whatever reason. That's really good, actually. I do like this card. Because like that can give that be an 8/4 with Overwhelm for just supporting it, which is pretty good. I don't think we're gonna go Powder Keg route. Yeah, so let's take Relentless. Let's get some more units in here. I think the hired gun here is better, so I think as much as we're losing a... Well, let's check, actually. That might be better to swap. Yeah, I think this is better to swap, though, because again, it's another just killing a damaged unit is very strong. Even in late game, especially when you can do it multiple times. Especially after, you know, we have enough... We have, what, a Death Lotus, so, and we have ways to damage things, so let's do this. Let's try it out. Again, I haven't played Crimson as much in Expedition as a theme, because Expedition is hard to set up your pieces, but for some reason, that one set it up very nicely, so I could, you know, you're not going to say no, you know. But I think I'm going to take a quick break after this game, as we're going to probably hit in a little bit over an hour, and try to make sure to take the regular break, especially during the summer. It's a little warm, you know, making sure to kind of get that. Okay, so this is going to seem very weird, but I'm not going to play a 1-drop on 1 to attack. The reason is, I want them to play something, because I want to kill it, and then make a 3/3 out of this, because this is going to hit the enemy Nexus, likely. Yeah, see, that's why. So I'd rather get the Plunder effect, get a 3/3 for 1 by turn 2, so then we can attack it later.
Gotta get out of
So see what I can do is they attack. I can play this. I usually play this a lot with Sejuani decks. That's where I might have switched out the Darius for Sejuani, but because this is going to count as hitting their Nexus for a turn. Yeah, and actually they're going to kill it. Doesn't matter. We wanted to hit the Nexus, so it's just, you know, they spend all of their mana. We can feel a lot better about putting a 3/3 on the board. Except we hit that. And then we get to play a 3/3, which is very good by turn 2. To be able to get that out there, especially when we're attacking on the 3 and we can just go straight in and hit them. Like so. And in fact, we might actually do this, just to get some stuff on the field. Because I think we want to set up this combo turn 4, since we're not attacking. Yeah, because it's slow, I'd rather get this out. Let's see what we summon. Things that are very good for our deck. Oh my gosh. Fair enough. And because, yeah, the thing is, if they do anything that's going to kill multiple things like this, they're going to kill this, which is going to hit them anyway. I don't have any Plunder, but they don't know that, because they've only seen me have Plunder and Bilgewater cards, really. A lot of Bilgewater so far. Because, yeah, Make It Rain's Bilgewater, right? Yeah, that came out with the new set. I also just noticed, if you notice, they actually try region. Runeterra in the recent patch notes actually kind of discussed it, where they were trying to support try regions for the idea of making some fun decks, because in regular decks you only get 2. You can't build with a 3rd region. So as a result, you really can't try that out, and so here it kind of makes it a little interesting. This, you know, allows more freedom in making sure you can follow the type of deck that you need, and allows them to have more randomization then to, yeah, just make it a little more fun. Those are 1/1s, right? Yes. So what I want to do, because I want to trade with Callista, so I'm going to make sure I trade with Callista. I'm going to put out a couple things I can trade. Oh my goodness. Ooh. We're getting some good RNG on this first game. So the reason why I'm excited is treasures are pretty good generally. You know, Vicious Plateworms, for instance, are, you know, 5/5s. With D, you get 3 of them to play this for 5 mana. You know, oh, just create 5 random cards in hand that are all 0 cost. You know, it's crazy. Gotcha. Yeah. So she's not coming out there. Callista's not even played because they know that these are going to die anyway. So I'm actually kind of okay taking the damage. Well, I can block here. But I'm going to I'm going to use this to draw out Callista next turn, even after she does her level up, because she's going to be a 5/4 basically when she levels up. So I can still challenge her with the 4/1. Obviously, they can do things to make Callista survive, but then it makes it so they can't do other things to prevent here. And also, it becomes then... We're just going to fully attack, because we're going to get a lot of damage on them. So we get that. We get the double attack trigger. And they lost Callista, which I'm actually kind of amazed they didn't play a spell to save her, unless they have another one in their hand. Because now that she's leveled up for good. Not like where her usual level up is she has to see people die. But they're definitely dying quicker than in a Nivea enlightened direction. So I'm also not sure, because this is kind of a weird combo. Generally, Callista's very, okay, aggro kills your things early, and Anivia's more of a control, save your things for later. So it's a little odd that we're seeing that, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun here. Now, if they play something big, I'd rather do higher, like where it's large power, small toughness here.
You'll live, probably.
And hit them. And this now means that they are likely dead next turn. They can only block one thing. So let's say they block the 4-2. That means all this is getting through unless they have some spells to manipulate it. But most things to kill that many... Oh, actually, I can attack. That's right, I attacked last turn. I'm getting ahead of myself in the aggro deck. But I am setting up for a very nice direction right now. Because this ensures 2 damage to the enemy nexus immediately, which really helps with combat. I can even leave the crack shot back if I wanted to. So they're going to want that to die. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep up things for a spell by using the attune. Oh yeah, actually I actually checked how that was. But kind of really get that possibility of 6 damage next turn unless they do something about it. Yeah, they're gonna kill some stuff. Like they're playing it where they can get some stuff off of my board. It's just more of the question of do they still survive next turn, which I don't think they do. Because I can get Kato out next turn, and then they can't block the elusive basically. So I think actually let's see, because this has to attack to get the trigger. We might just go ahead and block here and kill it. Because they can't block, like I said, they can't block elusive. This is going to trigger twice, hit them. They don't have any lifesteal. Yeah. Let's do this. They're probably going to be very confused. Like, why is he only doing... But we know what's up.
Everything's in place.
Trigger, trigger. And unless they can kill that, they're dead. So you never have to be tricksy. You know, if you know you got the damage, Runeterra is honestly pretty clear on that, where you're probably gonna know what's up. Yeah, I don't think they realize they're dead is the thing. And that's 0. And that's another win. So now we get to pick another champion card. And we get to get the epic card. So let's see what that is before break, though. I don't want to leave you hanging for that time period. Let's see. Well, first, let's see who we're going to pick. Another misfortune wouldn't be bad based on what was happening. But all that Crimson makes me really want to play Vladimir. I think this is better for removal, healing. Yeah, let's go with another misfortune so we can reliably get her. Because she is very good in this deck, even with the Crimson sub-theme. Okay, let's see what epic card I get, though. Because I'm pretty close to this ending Swain area here that was added on with the Bilgewater update, which is why the Rising Tides update, which is why you see this little symbol next to it. Because Swain was added at that point. But I only have a couple more levels left. Which, I mean, it's going to take a little while because they're 4,500 to 5,000 experience each. But, you know, we expect to see it. Oh, it was a wild card. Okay, I thought actually it was just an epic card. I misread that. So, it's not as fun then. But we'll come back here in a second. We'll see me hopefully get to clear this here, although I don't have a ton of spells in that deck. And I can get a lot of experience. And we'll go from there and see how far I can get today on the weekly vault starting out this week. So I'll see you all in a few minutes. Hello, I am back to play some more. So let's see. I think we're just gonna continue this expedition because I feel determined to finish it now. I think we got a fun deck, and hopefully we'll go just as far. I mean, we did kind of it's hard to start off with 7 wins on an expedition and then like feel motivated to still do well. You know that I'm okay to settle for whatever I get at this point, but and maybe we can get more. I mean, I'm hoping we actually get a champion this game. I mean, I'd like to do that. We didn't get any champions last game, which feels ridiculous, but well, let's see. If we got one in the starting game, I would have laughed so hard, but no, this one is a little rough. We're going to get rid of that because we don't have any way to actually trigger these currently. And we still don't have any way to trigger them, but yeah, because this one we just have these, so we almost want to wait till 3 to play something, which feels like it really bad, but at the same time we want to get a lot of these going. I mean, if we can just get extra cards, that's always better. We also have double up, which can kill something and deal 4 damage to them, which is pretty strong. Not gonna lie.
Let's take this puppy
Speaking of pretty strong.
That's a punch.
You know, we're just gonna play this. It's gonna hit him pretty hard, and that'll be nice.
Testing.
Now, I mean, obviously we're kind of at a weird spot here where, you know, but we're drawing cards from them, so that's the nice part. Oh, it'd been nice if we could have played this if it was like a turn later, but it's probably best. Oh, we are attacking, which is annoying. Because I don't really have much to attack with currently. I think I'm gonna play this. This is probably better.
I need the reputation.
I don't want to attack because that's gonna die, and I need to keep this alive. So we're just gonna pass. They also could just kill this, but they might have to do it in 2 spells, which makes it worth it for us. So the idea behind this one, unlike the other one where it's just straight damage to their Nexus, is really to the card advantage side.
Beauty charms while claws take hold.
Yeah, it's so tempting to try to aggro it, but they have the lead right now on theirs. They've gotten the early push, and so I'd rather just hold back. You know, we have a Nexus lead right now, and really try to.
Eminently logical.
Because yeah, both those are gonna kill it, so it doesn't make a huge difference which one I use. So I'd rather do this one to get the plunder effect, I think. Because that's not only going to create another Crimson unit in my hand, which is nice, but it's also going to hit them for 1, triggering plunder, and we're just gonna get a lot of, you know, combo value. Now they could just kill this. That's actually fine. I don't think they realize that that does exactly what I want.
Make the Empire proud.
I mean, I guess I lose a minion, but I'm kind of okay with that actually, because I get a cheaper 3/3 back. I don't know, just I don't know if that was fully thought out from them, but I'm gonna kill this one because that one gives me value if they bring it back. And I think I'm gonna get Crimson Disciple out next.
Raindrops.
Yeah, we're gonna get this out.
Oh, I can't wait.
And we're just gonna, you know, use some trigger abilities and slowly hurt them, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead,
It's just blood, darling.
hit them again. And we're gonna see what they play. Because I'm thinking of playing this, but when they have a bunch of mana, this is really dangerous to play because I can just kill it off with, you know, an arcane shot. Or not an arcane shot, what is it called? Mystic shot. Like, that is a lifesaver, being able to look up cards at the end, because I apparently am terrible at remembering the names of them. It's like abilities in a league, I can't remember them, no matter how hard I try. Okay, they're gonna deal Yeah, that's just gonna kill some things.
Look what you did.
That was a very good play of that. Thanks, I hate it. But they also don't have any they don't have any mana left. So that actually was an oversight where I can attack now and kill their Heimerdinger before they can level it up. Yes, they got a couple turrets, but especially one that, you know, is 7 power, but it's only gonna get barrier when they play it, which is the nice part, is that I can kind of block and do stuff. But yeah, of course I'm gonna do that. And then I actually might as well attack, because either of these are gonna trade but also die to it. Yeah, so I think that's good for me to just get things off their board. Because they're a spell-based deck, they still need minions to probably kill me. So being able to trade that, even if I take 3 next turn. Yeah, let's throw this out. Because they're either going to play a spell and kill that, or I'm going to trade there. Because I'm trying to get down to the point where it's 10 or less health. And then I can play Darius, instantly becomes a 10-6, and that's usually game in most cases. I've had it where I've survived it, but it's usually end of the game.
No stone unturned.
They're going to stun it. Well, the thing is I can still put it in front of here. Which is actually even better. I don't think they realize this isn't a burst spell, so it's going to stun, but I'm still going to block the 7 damage. So that's an odd choice, but, you know, if that's the choice they want to make. So let's get some stuff out there. I think that's best for me. And then I can also get the Abyssal Eye out. Oh, I got a Poro. Which one did I get? Well, I don't have Plunder right now, so this is bad to play. As much as the Lonely Poro makes you sad. Oh my gosh. Look at that Lonely Poro. Oh. But. What are they playing? 2/1/1. Okay, I can deal with 2/1/1s. That's not a problem. Because I'm then going to do this. Because the nice part is if I attack with this, I still trigger this. And I'm going to do 4 damage. And still have my kind of background thing. So yeah, we're definitely going to do this. Get the extra card, get the trigger. Do they have something that can kill it outright? They can recall it. Interesting. Fair enough. I mean, they did recall it. I'll give them that. Very odd choice, I'd feel, but, you know.
How can I help?
If that's what they decide. Now, most of theirs... Let's see, I did hit the Nexus, so I actually do get Plunder, which is nice. And I make it so happy. Look at that. Oh, so happy. And none of these really can play all at once, so I'm just going to do this. Because it's just going to make it where I don't waste any mana. That can block a lot of the 3/2s at least. Yeah, and then we'll end the round. They do have 2 Yasuo levels up, but the nice part is they're full of minions, so they really kind of have to attack. And I'm kind of okay with this, because I'm going to trade pretty well into them right now. I love that this has regeneration. Like, that is such a, that's such a terrible keyword to get on the Plunder Poro. We're going to put that in front of there. We're going to put that in front of there so I don't get anything out of it. We're going to put this here, because that won't die then. And I think we're going to throw this here. So we're going to take 4. Yeah, they're not Noxus, so I don't have to worry about Darius coming out if I go below 10. And this is going to be really good for me, because I'm going to keep a couple. Oh, that's a good play. I hate it. I don't think there's anything to do about that, though. Except I'm just going to get another thing to throw in its way, I guess, but... Now, the nice part is I can play Darius this turn and level up next turn and make him the 10-6 going in. Because this is going to hit before... Well, no, actually, sorry. They're about to heal 7. So they're going to be way up. Ugh, that makes it really awkward. So I'm thinking we're going to go with probably the Abyssal Eye and the Reckless Trifarian. Wait, Kato and Reckless. That's 8 damage then. And Overwhelm, which is much better for this. I think we have to go that combo. Oh, it's on to me. Whoops. I'm paying attention. Of course. Yeah, those are going to trade. Hit me for 1. That's going to not die. That's going to die, but give me... That's not bad, because at this point... think we're gonna play this first. And then we're gonna go with Kato. Because at this point, with the spells that they have, they're very likely going to... Yeah, they're also going to heal 7, likely, which is annoying. But they're going to trade that for something, and... Yeah, and then end the round.
Go time! Noxus!
I've got us covered.
Wow, they're playing a lot of spells. They're recalling that, fair enough, and they're going to deal 3 damage to that. I'm still hitting them for 5? Yeah, okay. Or for 6, I guess, with that. We're going to play this.
Recite, protect me.
We're going to play this. We're going to see what dies. Oh, that's a good hit. Oh, RNG. I know everyone says RNG. Does anyone say RN Gaia? That kind of fits better. Yeah, I'm gonna make that a thing now. Let's see. I'd want something to block, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this out, make that vulnerable for the future. I think we're coming out ahead now. Yeah, and let's just save the spell mana for Nox and Guillotine just in case. But I think we're doing all right now, which is kind of crazy. I wouldn't expect that generally, but okay, they're gonna stun the big things. That's fair. I am going to do the. Are we deep? Wait, when did that happen? No, we're not deep. Okay. It just doesn't show it on here how far I am from deep, which usually it does, so that was just weird. I must have taken that off for brevity. I think I have to play this, actually. I don't want to block with it, but just in case. So we're going to block here.
You'll go no farther.
And... I think we're going to trade here. Yeah, let's do it. What is this? Set all allies health and power and health to the number of spells you play. Okay, well, I don't really want to make all my things 3/3s. That's not great. But they have a lot of mana left, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play out this.
Nothing can stop me.
And this.
I keep step with the heartbeat of Noxus.
And they still don't do anything, so we're going to kill this. And I think we win? Unless they might clear out stuff. They might still have stuns, they might still clear out. They have a card in hand. It's a spell deck. So it's a possibility, but we got rid of a 6/5, which is pretty good for that Noxian Guillotine for 3 mana. And obviously we're going to attack like right away, so we're going to attack with this first. Yeah, because we have a scout. So this is where that scout comes in, because I can attack twice and trigger that twice. Holy crap, win 2! Win 2! Yeah. So, here we go. Can we get on a roll? That's the I guess last one I also won the first 2, so I shouldn't be too quick to judge this one, but this is why in the title I said Expedition ranked, who knows? I mean, if we're doing well in Expeditions, we just keep playing Expeditions, I guess. That, I think, actually would be pretty good in this deck now I think of it, because we kind of have it where we don't want people to block. We want to get a lot of our little things in. This is Scout, though. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to do this. Because this Scout is really good, because you get 2 things with Scout, basically, which can do wonders, depending on... Now, we'd hope to have, you know, a Misfortune out, which we still can't seem to get, but, you know, the hope would be that, you know, we could go that route and see what happens. Let's see. But yeah, that's 2 so far. Let's put my deck list up a little bit. There we go. It's a little easier to see now. Just so everyone can see it. There we go. Okay, so I did it again, didn't I? I was doing that earlier. How did I do that? I need to find a way to lock it. I might look that up to see if there's a way. Because I just keep making it bad and... Oh, let's see. Okay, so we're going to replace Darius. Because Darius is meh early. But I think the rest is fine. We have some removal, we have some minions if we need them. Yeah, we have the Crimson starting out. Ooh, we have a 1-drop, which is really nice actually, because even if we trade this, we get 1 damage in. I mean, I don't want to trade it. Nope. Okay, so we're going to get 2 damage in, which is really nice. And we get that on the board. Now, I mean, the hope is I'm seeing Freljord and Piltover and Zon. Yeah, so they're going to have very tanky things in general. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to throw out a Crimson. We're not going to say anything about it. Now, I do think I want to go for Jowl before attacking this time. Because I want to get rid of that. That can really go nuts in a Freljord deck. And so I want to be able to challenge that directly and try to kill it. Which, the nice part is, we can just do this. And in fact, we're actually going to do this, because if they... Yeah. If they block there, I actually deal extra damage to them. I doubt they're going to block there because of it, unless they have a spell. But you'd think they'd want to use the spell on the Starlit Seer, because that's going to be a lot better for them. Yeah, so we're going to trade there, we're going to hit 2 more on them, and we're off to the races. Did I get the Shipwreck Order again from that? Because that draws a random, right? Yeah, create a random one. Did I get that twice? Holy crap, that's actually pretty amazing.
A true Freljordian will.
Fair enough, they're going to Frostbite that. I don't have an issue with that because I'm going to specifically hit 2 damage more to them. Because why not?
The few for the many.
Because that's a lot of damage now. And we're going to block here.
Path ends here.
And that's going to mean just, again, trading. Not a problem. Makes that a little weaker. We're going to pass, because I can bank this, worst case. That was a bad idea, because now I can't play this in case it hits that. So we're just going to go ahead and ignore that for a second. I think what we're going to do, we're going to attack with this. Yeah, we're going to attack with this. Because we hope they block with the Unscarred Reaver. And then I can get rid of it with Make It Rain.
You'll regret when I lift this.
Okay, and we don't want to hit it beforehand. This is a very important direction to go with it. Come on, Arngaya. Oh! Yeah! I don't even care, because I don't have Plunder, so I don't care about hitting the Nexus. That gets rid of 2 of their minions, and makes an amazing trade pattern in that gold bot.
Let the flames take you.
Oh, yeah, get this out.
Advent, come here, handsome.
Hello, dear. What have you got us into now?
And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna do another one of these. Why not? Because that's gonna make this basically go off the board, which means they don't have something to attack with early, which is really good for us. And they're gonna go down to 7. And actually, wait, I have Plunder this round. So if they don't place, if they play a spell, I actually, oh no, they have something. I come on, like that, I should have expected that. Let's actually do this though. They spent a lot on that 1 minion, and I can get through 5 damage, right? Am I seeing this correct? No, I'm good. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, they're probably going to block that, because they have to live. I'm going to get them down to 1. Okay, I'm going to knock it down to 1, fine. but that's still like really good. Because my attack next round.
Come, Clara, we have much to teach you.
I can't wait.
I don't carry change.
And I want to play this. Does it let me attack with? Oh, it does. Oh, that's gross. Oh. That's just not fair. Good game. Wow. Maybe I need to play Crimson more often. I do like that playstyle. It's very, very, like, tricksy, and I like that. Oh my goodness. That's a third? Maybe I am good at this game. I don't know. I don't believe it, but maybe. Oh, and we played 2 spells in a row, so we got the quest too. Nice, nice, nice. See, look at that. We're already at level 5. I've played on stream this whole night. I've played for an hour and a half, and I'm already at level 5. Like, you get things very quickly in this. Okay, who do I want to... Maybe I do want Darius, because I do get them very low very quickly. Ooh, and that's a good card for trading. Sudden enemy give all allies +2/+0 this round. That's nice. Although we did see how the Citrus Courier can do some serious work. But then also another Crimson Disciple. We're doing this. More Crimson Disciples. You can never have enough. You always want to have one coming out. Yeah, so, well, we'll say though, so again, one night, even if you play it one night a week, which I don't expect people to only play this one night a week, seems odd. In my head, just, again, only one quest, you saw you get one of those daily, so it will give you one each and you get up to 3, so you can play every 3 days and get your maximum. But I mean, I'm already getting a champion, I'm already getting another expedition token, so what you've just seen me do on stream, you know, that's it, and I've already gotten some chests that are halfway through a lot of the regions, because it's going to keep upgrading these each time. Now, I mean, there is a limit, I will mention, there is a limit technically on your vault. You don't get rewards you don't get level up on rewards here, necessarily, past 13. But you'll still get rewards through level 25. Now, keep in mind, getting through level 25, you're probably a bot that's grinding. I mean, you would have to be playing it very often to get that far. But basically after level 13, if you get that far, you start getting epic capsules, so an epic card or something with it, and it just kind of throws more cards at you, basically. But I mean, at that point, you have fully diamond chests, you have a champion wildcard, you have your expedition token, you're getting card, you know, it's crazy. So that's why generally I end up trying to get to at least level 8 if I'm not going to play very often in a week, because then you get pretty good rewards. And there always can be upgrades too. So, for instance, this could upgrade to that gold chest just on a whim when I open it. Again, I'm gonna make it past level 8 the way I'm going this one. The quest I got, which of course I didn't show off, but the quest I got had 1500 experience instead of 1000. It's either 1000 or 1500, and the quests are harder for 1500. But I usually try to reroll for them, unless there's just a quest that I really don't like for some reason. But generally, I'm trying to look for the one that I really think I can get rid of easily. I really try to reroll for the 1500. Just you get that little extra. I mean, that's usually a half level in the early here. You know, later it's a little bit longer. It's not always 1000 to level up. But I mean, it's just extra experience. And since you only get one quest a day, it's not like they respawn throughout the day or anything. It kind of makes sense just to try to maximize that as much as possible. Just to save your time, you know. It's your time. Yeah, it's a free-to-play game kind of thing. You can log in whenever. There's no loss for it, but you still kind of, hope for it. But and let's talk about the epic capsule, by the way. That's this basically, is 2 commons, 2 rares, and an epic, which means you're going to get a lot of cards that basically create decks around them. Champions often do, but there are some deck lists. I don't know if I've shown off this deck list before on stream, but there are deck lists, for instance, like Crimson Elusives, which you've seen kind of Crimson working, and how the Elusives worked in the last expedition. This has no champions in it, if you notice. So you can make decks without it. It's just generally the champions kind of make the deck type viable. You've seen these decks I haven't had champions, but I've built them around the champions to the point where if the champions came out, it would be way more powerful than what I'm doing alone. I've been lucky enough where I just happen to have the right combos, but for instance, a Vladimir playing is triggering these things that I have to do spells for and spend mana. It's less efficient. Or kind of a good example is, Vi is just consistently becoming a stronger and stronger card in your hand as you play cards. Don't do anything else, you just play the game and Vi gets stronger in your hand. Darius is just stronger if you're doing well. They're just generally better for it. But it is something that you can play without it, and Crimson Elusives is one, as you saw, with how strong Elusives and the Crimson cards are. That is one deck list that has made it through. That's a champion-less deck list. Because it's not required. You can still play 40 cards without it. But generally you see it, though. Let's see. So, yeah, let's just keep chugging along on this expedition, then. I mean, might as well. It's getting us a lot of experience. I mean, the last one getting us just 1,600 experience for the 7 wins, that's massive. That's a whole quest. I mean, that's a whole another day of questing in the 7-day week. Wow. So something like that's just really big. So, this is not great for starting. I hate to get rid of this because we have a combo with it, but this is better late. You need to... This card is not as efficient if you're not getting at least one 5-power ally going. So we're going to get rid of this, we're going to get rid of this. Because Death Lotus also isn't great for us in this one. We got Misfortune! She is in the deck! Oh my gosh. Okay. So I can actually talk about Misfortune now. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot to go with her. We don't have any scout things. We don't have anything. Well, they're taking forever, so maybe they've DC'd. No, they haven't DC'd. I can hope. I can hope. Yeah, we don't have a lot to trigger. I mean, we're gonna play this, unfortunately, for none of the... Oh, nope, we're playing this.
Oh, I can't wait.
If you can play the Disciple on curve, you're gonna... Is that, yeah, Disciple, right? Yeah. You're gonna play that Disciple. I'm sorry, you're just... It's not only a 2-3 for 2, but you also get a nice benefit if it's surviving damage. Look at that. I'm already getting first blood on there. Using all those league terms for those that know it. Because now the nice part is I can just play things. They're also playing Crimson. No, please. Well, we're gonna play Crimson for better value, apparently.
The few for the many.
And see, the nice part is now that we have Vladimir in the deck, Vladimir is getting leveled up for every time we do Crimson shenanigans. I am going to do this. I hate that they are going to get another Crimson unit, but they probably are built around Crimson because they have Vladimir and Darius. So we're going to do this, which I hate because it's basically throwing away a unit, but we can then make it rain later. And by later I mean now. We're gonna play the. See, I hate because I'm like, got so hyped up. I'm like, Misfortune's in my. Yeah, it's nice, but just when you're attacking on evens, Misfortune is so rough because you have to basically be ahead enough to play her on a non-attack round and have her live. because she's a 3/3. She doesn't live very easily. You know, it's the same as having, you saw the Heimerdinger in the other game where it was a 1/3. It does not live very easily, but if you can protect it, it goes really well. So it's better to get this out because then we basically are causing an issue right now for them where we're going to attack with 4 power next turn. They have to do something about that. And if they don't, we're going to basically get them below 10. And they, as someone also playing Darius, I'm sure that they are very aware with that under 10 feel. At any point, I could have Darius. For all they know, I've taken a second Darius in this deck. Because once you have... So they haven't played anything, so I'm just going to attack. I'm going to get 4 damage down on them. And then I get to attack again. And they kind of need to do something. Because if you're going down to 3... with how much... Yeah, so they're playing Braum now. That's their solution, basically. Now, the thing about Braum, though, is that I'm just going to play this. Because this is going to hit them for 2, whether they block or not. Now, it's going to be better for them to block because they're going to get their 3/3. But this is amazing because... Oh, they're going to probably do something. What are they doing? No, they're not. Okay, because this way I get another 2 damage on them. And it also survives damage again, so it gets another Vladimir thing going on. Oop, jeez. No, I don't want to emote. Now, the nice part is I can throw out this if they play anything. And then they don't want to... Oh, no, Braum can challenge. That's right, I forgot Braum can challenge. So it's not as much of an issue, but...
By all means, get in
Yeah, so they're doing the whole, I'm going to keep making Crimson units in my stuff. They're going to kill off my 2/1 that can challenge. Not shocking. But then what we're going to do is... we are going to play... Yeah.
Get bloody, get paid.
We're going to play this, because what we're going to do is we're going to use the Scout to basically kill it off. Wait. Oh yeah, because my brain for some reason thought this was the weakest one. Gets it, which is silly, because that does not make sense. That was a good play, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna play this though, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill things by attacking, and you're gonna see if Misfortune survives, you're gonna see what I mean by that. Is that just by attacking, we're going to clear their board very easily. Because we're gonna do this. Now this is gonna kill that, because Misfortune is gonna trigger. That's gonna be 1 damage to both of those. Yeah. Now that, unfortunately, will kill my Scout, but at the same point, it kind of achieves the same thing I wanted, which is getting that 5/1 off the board. So, and it doesn't trade kind of that damage, which is nice. Now the nice part is they have to block with this 5/5, right? Yeah. And then anything else, no, because they have that. So we're gonna attack here too. Because we're going to want to trade that. We don't want them to have a 5/5 because there's too much that can happen here.
What's up?
Yep. And again, it's going to do, it's going to hit them in the face. It's going to level up Misfortune again, which is nice. And we're just going to kind of stick around. Now we do have the option of here, which is double up, to kind of control how attacks are going to work. We have enough to do both of these, which is kind of crazy. So we're going to go ahead and do this, because we know that we can kill something and kill them, which feels very bizarre to do, but I think that's the best bet for us, is to kind of feign that we don't have anything.
Destruction feeds my fire.
They have no mana. I officially can do this. And they did not attack, so I'm not worried about the attack. I'm gonna survive with full Nexus life, which is not also something you see generally in the Crimson deck, because generally you're trying to let them hit you. But they never got a hold over that game, even with having more minions, is because I got them down so quickly and they let so much damage go through on them. I mean, the fact that they didn't play the Braum before I attacked them that first time was kind of odd. I don't know if they thought I had a combat trick or something to get rid of it, but it was just very odd that they did that. Oh, I don't need a fourth Crimson Disciple. I don't need another one. I'm getting enough of them now. I need the stuff to trigger them. So I think it's better to stick. Yeah, I like what we have in here. I don't want to steal any of that. It's working out all right. But that is four. Is that 4 wins in a row too? Wow, that is. Yeah, I haven't lost in this run. Now I say that, and I'm probably going to lose twice in a row, and there goes the end of this. But this is one of the better expeditions I've definitely had. No, I mean, well, cause by the way, say hi to Belmont. But no, I got 7 wins the first one, and I've gotten 4 in a row. It is already the best one I've ever had. I mean, at this point, any other benefit I'm getting is just extra icing on top of this. I mean, the fact that all of it's been streamed too just means I can prove it. Like, oh, and I'm attacking on 1. Okay, this is just done. Flood my basement.
I never miss.
Don't have a 1-drop. Oh, you have a 1-drop. You know what? I don't care. I still get 1 on them. I've been playing aggro. I've been playing in the face. I want them to lose their kill thing before they do crazy stuff with it. You know what? I'm okay with this. Because if they are playing spiders, I can deal with spiders. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow a very easy attack with Misfortune next turn. I can get rid of the spider.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
Things are on curve, which does not generally happen. Yeah, because then what I can do, because that can't attack, so I'm going to pull that in, and I'm going to attack here, and that's going to be a good 4 damage total, plus the loss of their spider. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Because I'm okay taking this 2 damage if it means that I just keep hitting them really hard the next turn. Oh, they have a good combo though. So if you have anything that's kill spells with reviving, because basically this Undying is going to come back next turn. So if you have anything with that, that's really good. You know what, I'm going to do this. It's going to seem very silly. But what I want to do is I want to make it where I can trade with that Chronicler of Ruin.
Never stop shooting.
And I still hit them then, which is nice. Because I don't want them to have this next turn.
Ooh, got some fight in ya.
Because this can't block, so if that's just sitting there, that's fine. Actually, it allows me to get down the scout. You know, I'll do this just to have it. I'm not going to actually use it, but it's good to have that option. Yeah, see, they have a lot of kill spells to kill it and bring it back, which is the thing. So we're going to do this. It's going to hit him for 1. So even though they're blocking, the nice part is I'm not taking damage, and I'm consistently getting damage on them. That's what I'm trying to do. I just consistently want to make it very bad for them to have things.
Where are you?
So you see, they're just constantly losing things. Now, it's good for Maokai for them, but one thing I have always done with Maokai, and I am kind of a critic of Maokai in Expedition for taking it, it's very hard to actually get Maokai to a level up state. Now, you still get the benefit. Maokai is really good to just sit there still and get all that, but unless you're playing with another, like a Callista or a Thresh, you really don't get a lot off of those kills. Or a Hecarim, we've seen that. You don't get much off of it, and so it's kind of a weird play to do it. Now, they are doing pretty well. I haven't seen much for tossing, but they have been playing a lot of killing the Undyings, so that's not bad. Problem is, whenever I play Shadow Isles, I never get Undyings, and so it's kind of just silly for me, because I just never can get that, but... That's fine, I think. Let's see, because yeah, if we do this, we still have enough for Death Lotus. So we want that. Because then we can get rid of these without a problem. Yeah, I still want to pass. I still want to be able to do this Death Lotus to get rid of some of it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to block here, block here. Wait, that's going to hit for everyone. Oh, wait. Block here. Don't worry about blocking that. Take 8. Yeah, and do this. And just trade that unit for a lot of theirs. Now, yes, it had Scout. Yes, I know I'm throwing away a Scout unit, but Misfortune's going to level up next turn anyway, which means that she's going to do it 3 times, basically. And so any Spiderlings that come out, I'm not a huge problem. I don't have a problem with that.
That's Captain Fortune.
You don't get Misfortune to level up a lot, because generally if you're winning, if you're actually getting her close to leveling up, she's not dying, you're generally winning. So you don't see that a lot. Fair enough. I mean, this is still going to happen.
I'll be damned.
So I'm still going to get them down to 5. And I can kind of start having some fun now then.
For the Empire.
Because they're going to start getting very low.
Line up.
Okay, so we're going to play it out. The reason is, I don't think they're going to have a Ruination. They do have enough for it, but on their attack, they're likely not going to play it. I want to save it for 2 Noxian Guillotines, so if they play some shenanigan crazy stuff, then I can kind of make sure I can keep this here and still be able to attack with it next turn. Because if I can attack with that next turn, they're likely dead. You usually don't have a lot of healing unless you have the 2/4. I can't remember the name of it. See, I almost need to have a thing where I can just look it up by like name, but this is like a 2/4 or 2/5 where it drains from your opponent every time something dies. That card would have been amazing for them to survive this. I don't think they're going to do that though. Just seeing what's going on, I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah, so using that for value, which is fine. Yeah, I still want to pass. I still want to play this twice, because this is going to create another one in hand, and I want to be able to do that to get some stuff off the field generally. So we're going to want to put this in front, because we're going to basically lose the 1/1s on purpose.
I know a challenge when I see one.
It's going to seem like a fine trade to them. So like, oh cool, you're down.
Strange. Oh.
But if I can make it so they have no blockers, I especially am going to do this. Fair enough. That just means I will go with another unit.
I found my family. My
But yeah,
blood.
right now, they should be dead.
Clear it out.
Yeah, see, they're surrendering. Oh my god, that's 5 in a row. Holy crap! Is this good? I mean, I guess this is the way you learn good archetypes in in Runeterra, is just throw an expedition deck at the wall and hope for the best. So it's definitely good. I mean, I play something like this, although I like it with Sejuani more. I just feel like that affects the field more if you can play a Sejuani Vlad combination with Crimson, because you get that, it's that Freljord backing. Like we had seen when we were looking at the archetypes of what cards we were picking, it put Crimson generally the Freljord because that has buff effects. It makes these things not die, or they're healed, or you know, there's some, basically they stay longer on the battlefield than what we're doing with them. I think that's been pretty good for us. I'm just gonna skip it. I like the deck. I don't want to mess with it because it seems to be working. So I'd rather keep it as long as possible. Yeah, let's play one more and then let's try to get to 6 wins, and then maybe take a break. Because at that point it raises the suspense level for 7. So let's see. Oh, we're playing control deck. That's not going to be good. Okay, well we don't want that because we can't do much with that. Let's replace these 2. Because these have to do with having units, which we really don't right now. And we got more spells. Oh, this isn't even a spell-heavy deck, so I don't know how we're getting that. We're not attacking on odds either, so this is really bad. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Oh, and then we get Misfortune without all the stuff to attack with her. Oh, this is... Yeah, we're okay sticking. We don't want to spend anything we don't have to in this one. I'm good to keep passing. I don't want to do anything in particular. Yeah, they're probably like, whoa, they're attacking and passing. What? But just the 3 drops prevail. No, so they don't have anything, because yeah, they're a control deck, so they're very spell heavy as well. So I wouldn't expect them to have anything in specifics.
Water changes but never breaks.
If we play this, we can still play one of these, so I think that's a good idea. And then we can play Misfortune next turn, get a benefit off of a 5/4 attacking their face.
You're in over your head.
Cool. And now we will attempt to kill you. Does it work? Because the thing is, I don't want this to strike. In case you don't know this card, the River Shaper, it gets a spell if it hits something, even if it doesn't survive. So I don't want to give them that card advantage. So I'm just saying, nope, that's just going to be dead. And then we're going to go ahead and throw out a Misfortune and see if they immediately kill it. Because they do have enough for Vengeance. They can kill something if they have it in hand. That's 7 mana. You always have to kind of play around that when you see that. I'm of course not playing around it because I'm just going recklessly with this deck, and reckless seems to be the way to play it, so we'll kind of go that route. They're probably trying to decide what they want to do, because yeah, so I'm probably trading here, but at this point I need to get that attack onto Misfortune. Unless they're not there. Yeah, I'm like, I don't see any world where they wouldn't have traded there. But I can't block where that can, and I can block like a Misfortune, so I'd rather do this, get the damage in. Like I said, get Misfortune leveled up, because if Misfortune levels up, you get this ability is amazing. And they're trying to kill her. Can I do anything about that? Nope, I can do absolutely nothing. So that's why I said spell decks generally Misfortune's not going to survive against. And it's kind of our weakness in terms of a deck. Just they have a lot of removal, and we have to kind of try to get it down as quick as possible. And this is another awkward one because we really don't have. Are they playing Teemo on theirs? No, they're not. It's interesting that they have all this stuff. We really don't have a good champion or follower to play because we don't want to play this because it's not going to get us any. You know, I'm going to play it just because I don't see me playing it on either of these. I mean, Darius maybe, but that's going to take till turn 7, and we're not attacking on 7. So it kind of makes that awkward to play.
I'm on it.
But what this does allow me to do is play this. I'm going to go ahead, hit all of them. I'm going to make that go away, and then if they attack with the Peddler, they actually are going to go ahead and have to trade with me, which is to my advantage, in my opinion, against this Peddler, because I don't want a lot of poison mushrooms in my stuff, generally. So I think we're going to go ahead and have some fun.
For the Empire.
Like I said, we want to, because that's the thing with Darius in our hand, we want to get them to 10 life as quick as possible.
Make the Empire proud.
We want to make it where they have to deal with that.
Ah, the sweet smell of science.
I'm out of their league.
Now I am contemplating using this spell just for the idea of getting Darius down. Because this will get them below 10. We're gonna do it. So I also want them to use their mana because then I can kill the Puff Cat before they can do anything with this. Which means they don't get their... Well, this is when they cast, not when it resolves, now that I think of it. That's a whole... There's a difference in semantics right there, because when you cast it, it's going to happen. Are they just drawing for a hopeful answer? Or just, oh, they are going to trade Puff Cap. No, they can't. They already said they weren't blocking, were they? Yeah, so they're just really trying to capitalize on this Puff Cap here. They must think it's dead or something. Which is weird, because it's not. I mean, now that they made it a thing, I'm going to kill it. So yeah, next turn, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to see them go below 7 mana, and then play Darius. Because...
It's smaller than a diagram. Requires just 1.2.
Yeah, they're going to be playing a lot of minions. We're going to go down in some health, which is fine, because we do have a way to deal with that. But we're going to want to see them go below 7 mana here. Ooh. That's actually juicy. Maybe we want to do that instead. Do I have it? It's Decimate. That's the card I was trying to think of earlier. We don't have a Decimate in the deck, so that's not going to help with, you know, specifically going with the, what should I say? It's not going to help specifically with actually dealing with this. I think our best bet, we can't block the elusive, so we can't deal with that. I think blocking here, here, and then playing this is our best bet, because we don't take damage, we deal damage to them, and we trade with all of their turrets. Fair enough. They're gonna make it a 4/4. Not a lot I can do about that. That's a pretty good spell against this whole issue. But we're at least gonna trade a little bit, get rid of some of their stuff. Vladimir's up to a 2/6 now, and I can heal this unit with this perhaps. But the big thing is now they're at 8. They are going to be basically at a good spot for me. To try and play Darius next turn. Now, they could have still a Vengeance in hand. We kind of have to play it still, as much as that hurts me of just losing the Darius immediately after playing it. But at this point, I think we need to end this game before they get too good. They're one spell away from leveling up Heimerdinger, basically. So we really have to do something about that. So we're going to play Darius. It makes it something they have to deal with, because right now it's going to hit for at least 7.
Your command, General Darius.
They're going to stun it. Fair enough. That's an understandable statement, but only problem is by stunning it, they get another turret, and yeah, I'm not going to attack with a 2, because that's going to, yeah, that could just be eaten by Heimerdinger. So we're going to have to pass, unfortunately. It's probably good that we ate some of that damage earlier, just making sure. But we'll see what else ends up happening. Oh, they're thinking about something, that's for sure. I just hope they don't have a pump spell of some sort. That's the big thing, because if they have a pump spell, I'm kind of in trouble on this one. That's not going to go well for us, for sure. We still can't do anything. But yeah, it's now Heimerdinger leveled up, which means that they're basically going to get a stronger turret every time they cast a spell. So it's not terrible, it's just not great, especially because they're going to hit us for 12 this turn.
They cannot strike what they
They're going to hit us for 14 this turn. So, oh wait, no, we're on the attack. That's right. So we have a shot to at least heal a little bit if we get on this. Now let's see what we get for our. We get Vladimir, which is not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a little more direct damagey. Because we can't we don't get a plunder from this unless we actually hit them, which Misfortune's gonna be the only way to really make sure of that. The problem I'm facing is that they have right now. They have enough to kill me, so I gotta jump because this is gonna take out Darius, and then that won't take. Yeah, they have enough to kill me at this point, so we're gonna surrender. They have a Vi. They had it in the deck the whole time. That's what I was talking about. Vi can get really strong if you kind of get that luck of having it in your hand early. That's where it's kind of just Vi control is just making sure that you can survive long enough to play it. Just one of those. Let's see. So we got a loss. I mean, it's to be expected. To be fair, I would be scared if we didn't, because then I would not be sure what to take of it. You know, I need to learn more about it. And let's see. Well, if we have Misfortune in there twice, the effect of Crackshot Corsair is not as great. Oh, who am I kidding? This trade is way better. Because this is not great for us. We don't have a lot of 5+ power allies. So we're going to trade this out. This is better to trade something. We get a sea monster, which is usually just better overall. And we can kind of go from there then. And we can hope for the best. Around. Okay. Like I said, we're going to try for 6 wins. Either another loss or another win, and we'll take a break though. Just to hope for the best. Let's see. This is not great. I think we can get rid of this here because this has more utility for us. We are attacking on odds, so this is great suddenly. Yeah, and we're hoping to get something better too. Yeah. So we're going to kind of be stuck here for a little bit. Because we don't want to play these till we really have a reason to play them. So we're kind of stuck until 3, but we can play these if we have to. I mean, it's not that we can't. I mean, in fact, this one playing is... I prefer to play this regularly versus this. Because this gets you a lot... I feel like the 2 damage to the Nexus is a lot better than a +2/+0 on a minion. Ooh, they played... We're going to play the... as soon as I just said that this one's better, I think it's better here because if they want to trade here... Misfortune next turn is really going to hurt them in that. Only having 1 health in here. Like, this is really good for me. They just don't realize it yet. Yeah, we're going to play Misfortune. Get that down turn 3. Start getting stuff out of it. Because then attacking with a 2/1 means that this will die of trying to block. Now we won't get 2 damage in. Yeah, and see either one actually. We're going to attack with both of these because again, if they block with either of these, they die.
Make it worth my while.
But you can see they're just like, okay, let's just throw this in front of at least the 3 damage. But that is actually really good for us though. Now they're going to try to kill Misfortune. They're actually going to achieve killing Misfortune actually. If you see, I can't do anything about it. This is why I said Misfortune you generally don't see level up. Just unless you're playing a deck specifically to protect her, but her ability isn't power enough on its own to really get that going. And that's more of an Anivia thing you see, late game style. But we're just gonna have to take that. Unfortunately, it's just how it's gonna go. But I think we're gonna play. We're gonna start setting it for the attack. So I think by playing this, and then this, we can kind of set up a good attack right away, and force their hand to do something. because a 5/4 come at your face with an extra 1 hit to your face. I mean, we almost got them a 10 already, basically. So we're gonna force them to do something. They might do it now. They might just kill this. Nope, they're gonna summon some followers. Fair enough. This card is amazing against my type of deck. Is the problem. So I actually think, yeah, we're still gonna do it. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? That's never. I've never shied away from that with this deck. Oh, they were waiting for the Make It Rain. That was smart. I'll give them that. That was smart. That means I lose 2 things now. I still get a level up in Vladimir because of the Trifarian. You know what? I'm actually going to do this.
There's blood in the water.
Because then I can get rid of that and then attack again. And really make them have to do their decision making on this. Now yes, I lost access to any spells, so that is... Yeah, making that vulnerable, I'm kind of okay with that again. Because I can get rid of this.
The hunt is on.
And this can level up very scarily, very quickly. So I'd rather get rid of that.
A game. Go on.
And then I can attack here, and they can trade here. I'm okay with that. But I basically got rid of 2 of their minions for my 1. That's an amazing trade for me, because I can't block with this.
Something the matter.
Yeah, okay, I'm
Where
like,
you going?
like that's very good, and I don't trust why. I mean, obviously they're losing both here, but
Wait a minute.
that trade I'm okay. I've killed 2 of their stronger followers very easily. They didn't play this for plunder, I noticed, which is interesting, because they haven't hit my Nexus at all. So. Let's see, what do we get?
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
So that's gonna kill that. I'm gonna make it... This is gonna seem weird. I'll show you why in a second.
Dead in their tracks.
You'll live, probably.
All or nothing.
We're gonna hope they have no way to heal that. Okay, so we got rid of their champion now too, which is nice. Now yeah, I'm only used this once, but I think that's okay.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
So we're gonna set up that we can get them 10 this turn, in case we get Darius, is the idea.
Safety will cost you.
Now, obviously we're not playing this, which is sad because it's cheaper right now, but... What are they playing now? Oh, they're just trying to steal some of my cards. But the nice part is I can still attack with this. And yeah, and I want to get him to 10 again because I have a Darius. Anytime 10 is the magic number, because at any point you could draw Darius and you want to level him up and make him an issue. You always want to make him an issue. I think we're just gonna pass.
Trouble coming at ya.
Heavy pockets, huh?
I'd ask your name, but I don't care.
We're gonna do this because if we can kill their Vi, if they're not expecting, that's very good. 'Cause she needs to survive for that. What is that? Oh, that is a card. Oh my. 4 copies of the supported out. So you can throw something very nice in. Yeah, we're gonna attack. We're gonna see what happens.
One good turn.
They're very confused. We're basically trying to level up Vladimir as well in case we hit Vladimir here. Because this is going to help ours survive, it's going to get rid of their 3-1. It's expensive, unfortunately, for it, but like I said, it's getting Vladimir level up. Because if he comes out, a 6-6 with regeneration is just... And if you've seen a Garen doing the same thing, it's a lot of power. And Vladimir's specifically nice because you just, you know, you can start healing your Nexus with Vladimir. You know, killing your other followers, but that's not important. That's... I mean, I might as well play this. I think I've lost this game. I mean, there's not... They just have been having a lot of very good options, and they have a lot of card draw options,
Eyes open.
specifically, and I'm running out of cards to mess around with. I also haven't seen any of my champion. Well, I saw the one champion, but it got killed very quickly. So I mean, any of the champions coming out would be nice. But yeah, it's giving me these Crimson Disciples, which is good, but by this point, I don't have enough to deal with them to allow them to do something. But the thing that's interesting about this card is if you have a champion, you're gonna shuffle in 4 copies of that champion into your deck, which for things like Twisted Fate, where you want to draw a bunch of cards, that's actually really good. Okay, so they're going to make that vulnerable and try to kill it to draw a card. I'm going to play Crimson Disciple, because a lot of the things they can play means I'll hit them. And that's unfortunately all I can really hope for right now, is the idea of trying to trade that and gets 2 damage on them. Again, hoping that a Darius is drawn.
Let's get a good look at you.
Because the more damage I can do to them, the more chance I have of actually burning them down. Because right now they are very close. Also, they went deep, I just noticed. That's why they're doing it. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Yeah. This is a very good deck, though. I do like their deck a lot. Yeah, I'm like, don't you want to do that in a different order? I don't think you want to shuffle in a bunch of Jagged Butchers. That's an odd choice. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough.
Always forward.
I'm out. Once something's gone deep that has... How did they get deep in that deck? They had a Vi and a Twisted Fate. That's an interesting... I guess there's card draw in some of the deep, so... But, well, you know. But let's see what we get. This is 12 wins amongst the 2 of them, which is pretty good. That double rare card and an epic capsule plus 2,000 shards, which is almost another champion, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good too. I haven't built a spectral deck. I almost feel like I should at some point, but yeah, 2 rare cards, not bad for a free expedition. Something to mention for those that don't play this game as often, unlike, for instance, arena drafting or things, you actually don't keep the cards you do on expeditions. It's more for just trying to get things. That's kind of the trade-off why they give you an epic capsule at the end for sure, is that you do get something for it, especially if you're then using actual shards for it, or actual money if you go that. But generally, I have a lot of tokens. I probably could. If I had 3 expeditions, I could reward it at least next. Oh yeah, so each week you can get it where it's at least an epic capsule for it. So I think I'm going to take a quick break for those, and I'll come back and probably play a little ranked just to finish off. But that will kind of be then probably the kind of last little bit of the stream. So I'll be right back, and stick tight. And I'm back again. I'm gonna move this up a little. I just realized it may have shifted when I got up last. There we go. It's a little better. So I realized actually when I was on break, it kind of hit me that by opening the chest, I got a champion wild card, and that actually allowed me to finish off my last of Anivia, who really I hadn't seen much prior to the switch over, the last buff, but for whatever reason, something has been shifting lately, and I've seen a lot more Anivia being played. I mean, the big reason you generally see it, and why this deck really is unlocked now, I think, is you see a lot more of these mid-game things. It's not as much. There's not as much aggro really. It's either very aggressive aggro that goes after you, or it's very slow. I've been seeing a lot more of the slow lately, personally, but kind of cards that really help this make work is at the beginning you're kind of getting cards that are going to help you draw, that are going to block. You can kill to draw cards, Avalanche to clear, especially against those aggressive decks, which are generally not going to have things over 2 toughness. You have Braum to kind of really, level up, get some Mighty Poros if you get far enough on it, and different things just to clear out. But the idea is that you get Anivia out and have it out, and she's out basically when you get into Enlightened. So when you're at 10 mana, you get to that 10th turn, she becomes bonkers. On an attack, she can deal 2 to all enemies, not battling enemies, all enemies, and the Nexus. Even just with the 1 is very, very good at kind of controlling combat. But the idea is that when she dies, she goes into this egg form. Well, if the opponent can't get rid of this egg form prior to the next round start, if you're enlightened, because it could be that Anivia died round 8, and 9, she just goes right back into here. There is no downside to her as a result for that. Now, some ways that it gets a little crazier, and this is some card interaction that might eventually be dealt with, but there's the Rekindler, which revives the strongest dead allied champion, which means you now have 2 Anivias that do that at once on the battlefield, because it did die at some point, even if Anivia came back with less breath. Kind of what we saw with the Undying minion followers before. The other thing is the Harrowing, which revolves the 6 strongest allies that died this game, which is generally, with what you're seeing in here, generally very commonly Anivia is going to be, a leveled up Anivia is going to be. So you play that, obviously 9 mana, you're not really going to have that probably till you're enlightened to be able to just throw it, but what it does is it basically says, okay, cool, Anivia's died 3 times, awesome. Here's 3 more Anivias all doing this attack benefit. If you get there, you win. I mean, and the idea is to try to have the deck get there. There's different ways to just clear it. If you notice, there's not a lot of minions we're going to have out, except ones that we're okay dying based on getting us value or something. We're generally either keeping a Braum on the field, and Anivia, the Rekindler, even if that dies, it's fine. We're more just trying to get the damage in, and so you see a lot of spells in here. A lot more spells than units. So I'm going to give it a try. I saw it online as a strong deck list for this, and we're going to see how it goes. Kind of for just the wrap up this period to kind of put a little more time in, do a couple more, see if I can't grind up a bit. I'll probably be doing a ranked grind stream soon, just to commit some time and kind of force myself to grind on this. I do kind of run into some weird rogue deck lists at this level, whereas when you start getting higher, you start seeing more direct deck lists that you'd expect. Oh, this is a terrible starting hand. Holy crap, this is, yeah. I guess we are playing, more mana, so we're just gonna have to hope that things could work out here. But generally you're seeing a lot more crazy stuff at this level, and I just want to kind of, it's the same thing that you see with League of Legends for those that play it directly. Generally you have the issue always of having to deal with crazy deck lists. Now this one I believe is also a meta deck list we're playing against, which is I also have an Ezreal Karma build, because just, it's another slower deck list that seems to be evolving and doing well. Funny enough, I really don't have anything to play here, so I kind of hope they do.
The world's a big place.
Yeah, they have Ezreal, which unfortunately doesn't do a whole lot. What can I do? I mean, I at least should do this. Get some damage on Ezreal, I think. To spend some spell mana, because I'm kind of at this weird point now where I need things now. Ezreal's going to be able to attack next turn. If they want, use 2 mana, kill the spider, but I think it's better to do that just to have it. Especially because Anivia, when played, is going to be able to basically attack the Ezreal without attacking them directly. So, here we go. Now we're starting to get some things that can just go out and die.
Watch and learn.
We are 1 turn, we're 2 turns away from Ruination, sorry. Yeah, we really can't block, so we're going to take the hit. I'm going to play an Aristocrat. Get more spiders, which is funny because we don't have any spider synergy or anything. It's just these are very cheap, cost-effective ways to get things to block for the time being to kind of delay the game, because unless there's some rallying things with Lucian or with that Citrus Courier that we saw that I had in the other deck. Interesting. Unless you see something like that, you generally don't have a lot of ways to in current meta decks to have a second attack, unless you're doing scouts, unless you're doing something. We're gonna go ahead and just play this because that's gonna get Ezreal down to 1. It's gonna heal me back to 20, and I think that's pretty strong when we have 2 Anivias prepped up to go. Because what we're doing is we're just trying to survive right now. We're trying to, Ezreal's not targeting anything right now, so.
Each hold a world within.
Now, are they gonna cast another spell to make that worth it is the question. Because right now they've only casted the Mystic Shot, and so they don't have a Dragonling right now. Now the nice part is a Dragonling, a 2/1 ephemeral, and lifesteal was not attacking next round. I'm fine trading with it because they don't have damage on them right now. So it's pretty fine for me. That's a waste. That means they're desperate to target something and get that out, because you generally wouldn't do that. We're gonna play this Sentry. We're gonna attack with both because it seems we're understanding these are probably gonna die, but we can also do some weird shenanigans with Fury of the North if we want. But we basically want to get some good trade-offs here. Yeah, they're gonna heal that. They have no problem with this. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna say okay. Because I'm fine playing Ruination next turn. Or can I have it? Yeah, I have it next turn, so I'm fine playing that on my off attack step, Yeah, no, I'm good passing. Because they're not speeding either. That's the thing. I think that's why these decks are showing up a lot, is that we're not getting a lot of speedy things happening. Maybe I'll do this combo instead. Because this will get rid of most of their stuff. I think that's better than Ruination, which is going to be a lot better later.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Gotcha.
We're going to start with this. This is going to kill mine, yes. Are they going to deny it is the question. Yep. So that's okay. We want to pull that on the worst spell, if that makes sense. We're then going to see if they have another one. If they have another one, then we're getting them all up before we actually play Ruination. But this is basically going to kill Ezreal, which is what we want to do. We want to get Ezreal off the field. At this point, it seems like a good play. We're going to heal 3, so again, we're going to be better off. So yeah, they have 2 denies, so what this means is this sets me up for a good attack with Anivia next turn.
Breathe in, breathe out.
The spirit of winter awaits.
So Anivia's other card is Anivia's Harsh Winds. You can frostbite 2 enemies. This card also exists outside of that, Harsh Winds. I haven't really played it very often. Yeah, so they're just gonna try and kill Anivia right away.
Rest in ice.
Fair enough. Again, she's just gonna turn into Agnivia. And yeah, we're just gonna pass. That's gonna die. We have this to drain. They've played two denies. It's unlikely they have another one. Just.
You have to get me out of here.
Basically, this is gonna kill Ezreal. Is the idea. We take 1 damage from the Eye of the Dragon. We get 2 things to block with now. And we're just going to pass, because the thing is, the reason why these Fury of the North is not an aggressive, usually you see this in aggressive decks for Freljord. It's more to protect the Agnivia, actually. Because if they try to kill this, making it a 4/6 out of nowhere, they're likely not killing it then. Yeah, again, I am completely fine with this. So we're just gonna say, hey, cool.
What is gained when we return malevolence?
I think we're gonna pass, because they're probably gonna play something.
Imagination is not experience, and instinct is no substitute for planning.
Do you have another deny? Oh, I'm sorry, that was a bad idea. Now what?
Spring raindrops.
Ionia speaks through me.
Now, they also have an Enlightened. So I think we're just going to pass. We're okay to have them also go Enlightened on our Enlightened. It's unfortunate, because they obviously played it exactly. They knew what they were doing on that side. Because their attack now,
The answer lies
that's the
within.
one thing with an Enlightened deck, is you do want the attack. For this side, you don't care, but for the Anivia deck, for Enlightened, you do want to be able to attack right away with that ability, but... Actually, I might play Ruination here, depending on what they do. Okay. They're drawing a lot of cards, fair
Clear
enough.
your head. Let your instincts speak.
And then I think I'm just gonna kill everything. Actually, I think I just want to do this. The reason is they still have the option afterwards to kill the egg. Now I could play another Anivia. I'm trying to feign that I don't have it, basically. But I want to leave up Fury of the North, basically. Now the idea is that yes, they're gonna do some stuff like this, but the thing is we still succeeded in killing the Karma, which is the important part, because that turns off their deck.
Freljord's eternal guardian.
I mean, they know how powerful this is against their deck right now, because they have a lot of low toughness things. But they're going to try and kill me before that point. Because they obviously are going to summon a bunch of Dragon Links next turn, but the thing is I'm going to kill those Dragon Links very easily. Now, the problem with this deck that sometimes happens, you really can only do one spell per turn. So, we're obviously going to play Anivia. We have enough if they decide to try to kill it. Okay. That's fine. I now attack with her. And that's going to hit 2 damage to everything. And they know it. See, that's why they're like, oh, this is meh. But I'm trying to, basically the reason this is the Anivia control is by this point now, they have to play around this. I mean, even if I only have Anivia on the battlefield, they have to deal with it. And she becomes so hard to actually get rid of because she's just going to revive every turn. So see, I was able to just basically wipe their board on my attack. And I actually want them to kill it because obviously the whole point is the more Anivias I have. Yep, so what they're doing is they're constantly actually recalling it to get this out. Now, I'm obviously just going to keep playing it, but I'm going to play this actually.
Where are you?
Now, they leveled up their Ezreal, so they've actually leveled up both of theirs, where I've obviously not seen a Braum yet. A Braum would have been really good actually mid there for a bit. And yeah, I'm kind of okay with this.
What is gained when
Oh,
you return malevolence?
thank you, Irot MF Riot. I'm gonna go with that. Irot MF Riot.
I am prepared.
Oh, hey Tori. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I recognize the beginning of it now. I was just like, wait, what? Yeah, it's Tori. Yeah, you're waving in the corner. Oh, this is not good. We're gonna do some crazy shenanigans. We're gonna. Yeah, because we're gonna play these two. And we have exactly enough mana for it. This is a really weird. You don't play that very often. Someone stole my preferred. Oh, gotcha. That's fair. I mean, yeah, but I see the first in the beginning now. I get the idea. So we're gonna first heal, because that's the smart idea. But to explain a little bit, because you probably don't know this as well, this is called Legends of Runeterra, League of Legends. The game company behind League of Legends, they basically created a game where the whole idea was, oh, I might be dead. I am not dead yet. Okay, good. They created a game basically where it's all of their world, so these are all things from their kind of game world, but but basically a card game like Magic the Gathering, for instance. Oh, they're doing a lot of stuff over there. I think they're trying to kill me right now, because they know that if this comes out, they're probably dead.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Which is the idea. I think I have to kill them now, because if I don't... I guess the question is, can they kill me directly with damage? Oh, yeah, no. Fair enough, Dari. Let's see.
I bring the storm.
This one's on the house.
I think we have to attack here, because we don't know what's going to happen. And so we want them to spend their spell mana, basically, so then I can kill everything. Can they kill me? They're stunning Anivia, which is fine, because Anivia's effect still goes off. Yeah, that's still fine, though.
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
But Ezreal's now leveled up, which is bad. Oh, hey, I am Nutter. Yeah, welcome back. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully that helps me with better luck in this one. Because I'm sure not. If I play that, This might be good. Let's play this now. We gotta take the Hail Mary now. Ugh. I hate doing this because it's not a good play right now if they have deny. Yeah, they had a spell to kill me. I had to play it there because if I didn't force them to kill me at that point, I wasn't gonna win. I mean, they were setting it up like that, but that was very well played with it. And that's the two meta decks next to each other, and you can kind of see actually why both are considered S tier decks right now, the strongest. They're both just very good at reacting not only to each other but a lot of the other decks around. So for instance, I had a lot of tools that I could have dealt with. For instance, you know, a Darius aggro is very common, or the Heimerdinger control. Well, if you come in with just as much control, it's control versus control, and you then late game hopefully are winning with the Anivia at that point. So I like the deck list so far. I think I'm gonna jam it another time here. Well, that's just I do like it. It's just it is something that is very fragile, I've noticed, and you really have to be watching how you're playing it because there's so many 7 to 9 mana spells, and you generally can't play more than one thing than a turn. So your tempo isn't there. Your tempo is gained by Anivia being leveled up. This seems bad. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get something else. Okay, that's a little more control-y. We don't like harrowing in our opening deck, but there's not a whole lot we can do at this point. But this will help us control if they have some early stuff. In fact, actually, against Heimerdinger's turrets, Vile Feast is amazing, because each of them, unless you get the 8 mana one, I think, which is an 8/8, each of them is some power and then 1 health. So this is very good against those, which means I apparently am going to get 3 of them. They also can take a little aggro if they decide to be a little aggro-y, because we can heal ours. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this one is very, very control deck. Very, for those that know Magic the Gathering, very Azorius.
Let none disturb my meditation.
I don't think I have much I can do about that. So we're just going to pass. We're going to let them attack us.
Need no weapon.
We're going to skip the block. And we're just going to go in and heal ourselves immediately. And, you know, we're even again. Okay, end the round. I still have my spell mana. I do have enough for Vengeance, which is nice. I probably want to save that if they have a Vi. Oh, this is an amazing trade for me in a control deck format, because I can't block that at all.
I walk my path alone.
So them trading any of those is very good. I think I'm just gonna actually... I'm gonna be very aggro-y with my control. It's just not a thing you say. I'm gonna be very, very control on here and kind of go a little out of the way, and I'm gonna Vengeance that because they probably don't have another one of those. You know, yeah, they just have a Heim. Which I'm just gonna pass, I think. They're probably gonna cast a spell. Yep, there it is. They're gonna play that. I'm going to kill that. Because why not? Get a spider back. They're gonna kill that. This is the fair play of it, you know. This is the control versus control matchup you get to see. I'm gonna pass because the thing is, I am gonna have the attack and Anivia next, which. Well, fine. I'm just gonna make another. Oh crap! That one is. That's tough. That's right. So we're gonna pass. We're gonna keep that spell mana to do stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna take this damage. Because yeah, next turn we attack with Anivia, and that's going to have some fun basically. Because we're gonna just do 1 damage to them, which is gonna put Hyman in a much more precarious position. Now, obviously, it's not gonna do anything to the turret because of the tough, so it's gonna block that first damage taken, and we have to do at least 2 to kill it. But I think this will be fine because they either block Anivia with that to do 2 damage to Anivia, or they block Heimerdinger, and wow. Well, I think what I'm going to do actually then is I'm going to do this to basically get value out of this, because that they're being very aggressive with their control, because this won't target that. In fact, I can actually use this the next turn then to have 2 of them. And they have no spell to like deal with this, so yeah, because I'm gonna want to play this basically.
Vi stands for
Oh,
vicious.
that's no fun. This seems like a Ruination is in order next turn.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
They're probably gonna strike the egg. Yeah, that's expected. So we're gonna lose that Anivia egg, but we do have the Rekindler, which is very nice because it allows us to basically
That's how we do it.
bring out Anivia later. Which is why you have all those. Like, Anivia dying early is not a problem in this deck, which is why this deck exists the way it does. Yeah, I'm thinking Ruination is probably the way to go. Or that. That's nice. Let's try the everything route, because that also would hit Heim. So let's hope they don't have a deny. They still have 26 cards in the deck. Let's hope they don't have a deny. Because that would be unfortunate. There it is. See, that's the problem with Anivia control right now, though, and this is where I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but is that it doesn't play Deny, which is the only control deck that doesn't. You know, when you're playing Spells Control, you're playing, whether with Heimerdinger or Karma, it's that generally you're playing that. I mean, it's just, so it's kind of, yeah, we're just going to kill that. Because I have nothing. Oh, I do have something to block it, I guess, now I think of it. But we're just going to go ahead and just keep churning out little things. Now, we are going to be attacking on... Fair enough. We are going to be attacking on 10, which is going to be very nice here. The only problem is I don't know if we're going to live till then. Yeah, because basically now we could kill Vi on the attack, which will help. But we still have all of this going on, which is going to make it rough. Yeah, so we have to block. We're going to block what we can. Actually, that I don't think. Because, yeah, we're taking 11 here plus that. So, but we're going to kill this. Now, if they have a deny, it wouldn't have mattered at this point what we do. The idea is just to prevent Vi here from hitting. Okay, they're going to recall her. Fair enough. That's still pretty good of a win for us in my head, because that makes it where she has to be replayed. I'm going to play out this.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Yes,
And we're going to clear out their turrets next turn is the plan.
I'm doing this my
Now
way.
we're not going to clear out Vi, and that's the only issue we're going to run into, is Vi is still going to be good. But by doing this,
Return to us.
we're going to get a leveled up Nivea,
This is our time.
and hopefully they don't have an answer. Because that will clear out these turrets with the 2 damage to all enemies.
full blast!
Fair enough. Not a whole lot you can do about that, but yeah, so we're going to pass. Oh, this one's going to be close. But here's the kind of the meta at play. I don't know if it's just... Oh, that's not good. That's tough. You know what? We're gonna do something weird. We're gonna attack with this because we hope they kill it. And I can draw a card, and hopefully it's like Ruination. No, it's not, which is, ugh, okay.
Eternal winter.
Now you give me Ruination. Okay, fair enough. I mean, again, I don't think I'm living through this. Or I am. Okay, so if I block here, I block these two, and I do this. Unfortunately, this means I can't cast Ruination. But I die if I don't. Yeah, so I have to do this. Knowing full well that I'm going to lose my Anivia. But it will revive next time, that's the thing. But I don't die. Which is the important part. Because me dying would kind of cause more of an issue at this point. And I actually cleared a lot of the turrets, which is nice. I'm going to play out a Braum. Because... Sure. Oh, you sweet, sweet child. You sweet child. You don't think I'd have an answer to that, knowing full well I need this card to exist? Oh my gosh.
The order rewards its faithful.
So we go to next turn. So I'm gonna play this. Normally you would think you'd play Ruination, but at this point I think I have to play this to clear the board. So again, we're gonna hope they don't have Ruination. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna see what happens. So in worst case, we get a bunch of blockers next turn. They have deny. No, they don't. Oh, no, well, they could get deny from this and it would still be cheap enough. So let's see what happens first. Oh, come on! Ah, okay. The nice part is we can still have some fun. So we're still gonna clear the board with Anivia.
They said it couldn't be done.
Well, most of the board. I shouldn't say all of it, but...
Time for talking to. Ha! This is fun, yes?
Snow, wind, and ice. Let's soar. Snow, wind, and ice.
We should be friends.
Because I wasn't getting anything out of this. Yeah, they're going to kill Anivia. I'm aware of this. There's no way around that. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. But... I think this is the only way to be able to live.
Rest in ice.
Yeah, no, they've already won. I won't surrender. I'll give them the satisfaction of what they've built.
Eternal winter.
If they don't just win outright, then, I mean...
Hit 'em. This.
That is something, but...
I will endure.
Yeah, they got the upper hand. They had the denies when they needed it. Yeah, I'm like, that still does 5 damage to it. Okay, so the test I was going to do there was if Vi dies while attacking there, if it actually makes a difference. It apparently does. Or it does not make a difference. She does still do it, but... Well, and you can see I'm not going down much because I'm still in bronze, but... I think on that note, since we're hitting about the 3-hour mark here, I think I might just finish up for the night. It's getting a little late here in the central time in the US. So, kind of as I was mentioning at the beginning, just to kind of sum up what I've already talked about in the beginning. For those that play Magic the Gathering, either Arena or paper cards. Jumpstart is officially out either today on Arena, or so you can go play it now if you want, or coming out tomorrow in paper. So go support your local game store if you're kind of in the paper Magic side. I know there's some. I know one of our close ones is doing a bit of a promotion with it. So I don't know if that's across all of the wizards, or they just kind of were able to work one out. But we do have a video coming out for that, kind of just cards that excite us about Jumpstart, coming up in the next couple days. So just kind of keep an eye out for that on the website, which is triadgamers.com. I know Belmont is pretty active, especially going to the weekend on Twitter under @triadgamers. I'm sure there will be a lot of Jumpstart memes and things going around, so if you are a Twitter lover, this is probably a weekend to kind of pay attention. Well, Twitter and Magic lover. Otherwise, I think next streaming is likely going to be this weekend in some sort. We definitely, me and Belmont doing it last weekend, definitely enjoyed the Minecraft stream. I've actually kind of been studying up on how Lure does it and a couple other people from Lure, how they do a lot of their Minecraft streaming to kind of get a sense of what would be interesting on camera, and versus what I thought might not be interesting but seems to be interesting. So feel free to come check us out on that. Our weekend's kind of in flux right now, so it will be Saturday or Sunday. Also depending on board game merges and all that fun stuff. Otherwise, we'll probably be back, next week at some point as well. It looks like Mondays and Thursdays generally end up being our streaming days. I'm not gonna set the schedule, but those generally do seem to be days that we have open where I can stream. Otherwise, I thank everyone for coming out, and if I hope I hope in the future you come out to a future one and come have some fun and watch me play things badly, as you saw at the end there. So thanks, and have a wonderful night.